Happy morning, dear friends. Here's yours, Dr. Ajanta. Welcome to Demystify with Ajay. Dear friends, today we are going to discuss on data visualization using Seaborn. Dear friends, Seaborn is a Python data visual library that is based on Matplotlib. I think we have already had a separate series onto that. And exactly, it provides a high-level interface for drawing attractive statistical graphs. And here, Seaborn is built on top of Matplotlib and tightly integrated with Pandas data structure. So making it useful for visualizing statistical relationship in data set. Okay, so now let me just see one by one what are all the exact plots we are just going to discuss it out. So before that, let me just include our important necessary libraries, and here we go with Pandas, NumPy, Matplotlib, and as I have already specified, Seaborn is built on top of Matplotlib. I have also included the Matplotlib library, and here importing this Seaborn, and few data times also packages is also there, so I just include this. And if you want to ignore the warnings, you can just include this type of statement, and here it is import warnings, warning.filter warnings, and you can just specify it as ignore. Okay, let me just go on to the first one, a line plot. Dear friends, Seaborn's line plot functions allow you to draw a line plot for one or multiple variables. It's useful for visualizing trends and patterns over a continuous range such as time series data or continuous variable. And here what we are just going to do is, of course, by using this Seaborn, and for your information here, I have just missed one thing. This is SNS. We have given an alias name for the Seaborn. So wherever it was going to be included, we are just going to specify it as SNS. And here by using the exact function as like line plot, we are going to draw a chart or a plot. Okay, let me just give some small data. Let me just create our own data. And here what is the data is all about, an experience, okay, and I have just given it as in a list, and towards the salary. Okay, and this is just an example, so don't be much more conscious. And here just kindly just have a note of it. What is all the number of the years, and towards the base, the salary it is specified. So let I just create two variable, list variable, experience and salary. Now we are going to draw a line plot by using this line plot function, and with an x-axis as the experience and y-axis as the salary. And we have already discussed about the plotting, and here we go with the title, x label and y label, and let me just see what is the plot and how is the plot is. Okay, dear friends, this is just an example, and here it is not exactly specified for a data scientist. Okay, and when on just specifying like this, kindly you can just observe this exact data points. It is joined with a line. And here, you can also make use of multiple line or multiple line functionality included in one single data itself, or single plot itself. Okay, now let me just include one more data, one more variable, software engineering salary, and this is also just for an example. So here we are having three different data, that is three variable, experience, data scientist salary, and software engineering salary. Okay, so with this, we are going to draw one single line plot with a multiple graphs. So kindly just observe here this exact data. Here we go with, so see here this comparative of the data scientist and comparative with the software engineering salary. So both the data, it is compared towards the experience of. So experience is in the sense, of course, towards the x-axis, the exact salary is being compared. And dear friends, Seaborn have already several data sets inside. So one among the things, let me just make use of this flight as a real-time data, and we just make use of that and let me draw a plot directly. So yeah, previously we have just included only some variables and we just plotted. So let me just use a real world example. And here we just have the loading of the data flights, and let me just view what is there in this. And of course you all know about this, the head function. It just displays or executes the top 5 records, and here we have the columns or the futures. Okay, so year, month and passenger. Okay, so here dear friends, of course this exact example. So in order to see the data frame on monthly basis, we will do a pivot table by using the pivot function, and here we just making use of the pivot. So let me just make as like pivoted towards the month. Okay, and according to this month, January, February, March, and kindly just observe dear friends, here we go with this. We are going to draw a line plot, and I'm just going to specify this line of flights with the, and mainly let's see flights in particular towards a single month. And here for an example, we have given us like a June month. So let's see flights in June month alone, and towards the same let me give the title, X label and Y label correspondingly, and observe what is the exact data only in June month. So 1950 in June month, 1952 in June month. Of course here we have already exact data point of 1951. This is 52, and here 53, 54. Yeah, correspondingly we just get the data from 1960 till 1960. We are able to have extract a data here. And yeah dear friends, if we pass the entire data set in long form mode, will aggregate over repeated values, that is for each year. Okay, so each year to show the mean, and let me just have something as like 95% of confidential interval. Okay, in such a case, let me just pass towards the year. Okay, and we mix it towards repeated values, and here we are going to have a 95% of confidential interval. And yeah, you can able to see this line plot with that interval functionality. And not but not least, here we have, yeah, of course one thing it is missed, so kindly just see here we have just specified the color as R. So the exact chart we got it in a red color. And one more thing dear friends, if we want to see the month or month by one, yeah, you can also give the future as the parameter hue is equal to month. So let me just see month by month and kindly observe the line plot. This is very amazing. Okay, so we are getting that month wise, and here the colors for this month, yeah, it is included in the legend, and each and every color here it is not repeated, it is unique. And of course we are able to see a line that is multiple plots in a single chart. Okay, next we are going to see on bar plot. And dear friends, the bar plot, that is Seaborn's bar plot functions that enables the creation of bar plot to compare categorical data. It's commonly used to display summary statistics or aggregated values for different categories. First of all, let me just go with a small example. So yeah, by using this bar plot function only, we are going to plot this chart, that is bar chart. Okay, and here let me just create some two variable x and y, and I have just given values for that. Okay, let I execute, and let me observe the bar chart here. Okay, So this is the exact value. And for your information, we didn't give any particular color towards it. And yeah, we can also make use of, previously we have just given the data related to experience and data scientist salary. Yeah, if we include one more column or one more category, or even you can just say one more feature as like gender, and specifying according to the experience wise, that is the value in this list. Yeah, kindly let me create that data, and with this combination, kindly observe X with that experience and Y towards the salary, and with a hue future as genders. And let me just see what is the bar plot here. So this exact plot, salaries of data scientists by their gender. And by their gender, kindly just observe, dear friends, here with 1 year experience or 2 year experience, there are no women's are there. Of course, here in 3 years experience, there is a woman. And for between, yeah, of course, here there is one more men is also that related to this 4, and which we just have the salary between of course, yeah, between 10,000 and 15,000, something nearer towards this. But when comparing towards this, kindly just observe the 5 and 6 and 7. Yeah, we are having a close relationship with the data. Okay, so yeah, we will use this hue argument towards that. We can plot by their genders, and here we got with the legend also. Okay, now let me just make use of some more enhancing. So see here, by using orient argument, okay, by using orient argument, you can make it in horizontal. Not only bar plot H, of course we have seen it in matplotlib. Hope I think so you remember it. And here by orient argument, you can make it in a horizontal. Kindly just let me have a view of this. So here we didn't give any particular towards the gender or anything, just a salary and to the number of experience. Okay, so this is how we can. And dear friends, you can also combine more than one plot in a single. That is as like, see here, the bar plot and of course the line plot, we can combine it, and kindly observe how this output have been generated. Okay, so it's something amazing, na? So yeah, you can also have a view of bar plot and towards the line plot. Okay, next we are just going to have a cat plot. Dear friends, actually Seaborn's cat plot function is a high level interface for drawing categorical plots. It allows you to create various type of categorical plot such as strip plot is there, swamp plot is there, box plot, a violin plot, which just one function call. Just of course, if we just make use of this as like cat plot, of course it is the categorical plot. Okay, so let me just make use of an real-time data tips. Hope you are aware of that data. Okay, so this tips data set of Seaborn. So let me just load the data first, and we are going to have a view of it. Okay, so kindly just observe, in that X we are going to have the day, and in Y total bill, and let me just have the categorical. And of course we have 4 different categorical, how the exact tips has been paid, whether it is towards on Thursday and Friday, Saturday and Sunday. And by using this, dear friends, of course we can also have one among the parameter control towards magnitude, that is jitter. Okay, so this exact jitter, yeah, you can also controls the magnitude, and here it is false, so that yeah, you can disable altogether, and anything that is jitter. So see here only corresponding data that is very much uniform, And yeah, of course, you can also control the magnitude, how it's just going on and to which direction. Everything can be controlled by this argument. And yeah, next it is all about histogram. This histogram, of course, how we are just going to call, yeah, it is can be called in two ways. One is hist plot, or in another as like dist plot, that is distribution. See, of course, this histogram function makes it easy to create a histogram to visualize the distribution of a numerical data. So you can customize the number of bins or colors and other properties to effectively represent your data. And here I have just given or created a data with something as like nodes. And with these nodes, kindly just see here, dear friends, let I execute, and we are having a nodes, and that I have just given it towards the variable a. Okay, and here where we have given one of this command KDE, of course we have already discussed in matplotlib, that is KDE is kernel density estimation, and it is just something we will always provide when creating a histogram, as leaving it out will create a slightly different plot. And of course, let us just give it with an color R, and let we observe it. Observe it. So this is how the exact histogram. And for your, if I just skip that KDE, even though previously I have just given KDE is equal to false, but I didn't specify the KDE. But even if I provide that exact KDE, kindly just observe how the diagram is. You can just see how the exact distribution of this data have been that is minimized, or even though you can just say as like shrinked. Okay, yeah, let me just apply this on towards a real-time data. Of course, whenever we are just discussing, let me just see it one with a normal example, and another let me apply it on to an real-time data. And here we just go with an HR data, that is with an organization. I just want to have an employee's details, their employee ID, and what about the gender and employee, whether they are married or not, and how about that department, and all the things. So yeah, let me have it by head, by the head function. Yeah, we are able to see here, and kindly just observe. Of course, we have more than 36 columns, I think so. Yeah, we have totally 36 columns, and as we executed the head, we had the top 5 records. Okay, now what we just do, yeah, we will work with something as like salary column. Okay, and yeah, by using the salary column, let me just create some histogram view, and we are going to use it by style, that is 538. Kindly just observe how this is going to happen, and towards that we are going to give a random bins. Okay, and that bins only we are just going to apply on towards this distribution plot. And what about the color? Of course, you can just provide the color is equal to blue, and yeah, here I have just specified KDE is equal to false, so you can also include the KDE, and kindly just observe the distribution, whether there is any difference or not. And yeah, dear friends, here one more thing I have just specified, the grid, it is as like false, and kindly observe the output, dear friends. So how this exact distribution of the plot is there, and yeah, more numbers are there towards that 60,000. Okay, so that is how the salary of the workers has been specified. Okay, now let me just create plots to understand difference between the between any other things. So I just want to show you. difference between here, it is, yeah, okay, let me just go with difference between the performance score of this employee. Okay, so with this score, let me just move on. Okay, so here it is fully meets all the things is there. Yeah, kindly just to see by using this performance score. Of course, in order to that, we will divide this data sets into 4 data set by the performance score. Okay, I have already specified it's the category as like fully meets, exceeds, needs improvement, and PIP. So here we are going to have it as like this 4 types of different functions. So here we specified the 4 different variables, and let me just plot it accordingly, and let me observe the histogram. So how it is? Wow, very different thing. And yeah, fully meets, it is there, the good performance, exceeds half towards that performance of fully meets, and need improvement. Of course, every category there is exceeds also there, and needs improvements is also there, and below towards this there is a PAP also. Okay, so this is how the exact histogram of a performance score of an employee has been plotted, and by their performance score which is provided. I just scroll before. So kindly just see here this exact performance score. Here it is specified, and according to that when it is done or review date also it is specified. Okay, with the comparative, this exact distribution plot has been plotted. Okay, next we are moving on to density plot. Dear friends, density plot. So previously we just discussed about kernel density estimation. Of course, this KDE plot functions allow you to create kernel density estimation plot to visualize the distribution of data over a continuous interval. And this KDE plot provides a smooth representation of a data distribution and are useful for understanding the underlying patterns. So let we just, of course, it is a smooth version of histogram, and it is used in the same exact concept, and one and only thing we are going to make use of KDE plot command. And yeah, here we go with that nodes, and with the nodes as our data, we are going to draw a KDE with a title as like density plot of nodes. And let me observe the density plot, and kindly observe this would be filled in. Okay, so which I have already specified, this would be in a filled in, that is shaded. Okay, so if you are just providing anything colors, yeah, it would be. And here if you need it to be shaded, here you have to provide shade is equal to true. If you just didn't say it, of course, previously we just get a smooth curve function, no? So the same curve it would be applied rather than shaded. Yeah, okay. Now next, actually here the exact draw or the plot, actually we are not restricted to a single column where creating and this KDE plot. We can create a multi-dimensional also, okay, multi-dimensional KDE plot with the same command, but here I'm just going to make use of one particular thing. As I want to combine more than one KDE, I'm just going to make use of join plot. Okay, first of all, let me just create 2 different data. One is first exam, second one is final exam. Okay, so with the X as first exam, Y as final exam, okay, I just going to have a KDE plot, and kindly observe how the view is. Kindly observe how the view is, and yeah, it would be as like a 2-dimensional output of a kernel density functionality. And of course, dear friends, here it is not shaded, and even you can just specify it. Kindly, I just scroll again. So see here X with the exam, and Y as final exam. We have just given as both the combination. Okay, and if you pass one by one data alone, one by one smooth curve alone in such a case, and here also I have just given shaded data, and let me have two different data. One is for first exam, second is for final exam, and they are both the data on x-axis with the score as like 0 to 100. So let me just observe. Of course, we have something in negative also. So we are going to have the negative data also. Let me just observe. Yeah, kindly just observe here, dear friends. From the minus 25, it is just leading till 25, that sorry 125, and kindly you are able to see a smooth curve, and as it is filled, yeah, we are getting a filled in kernel density estimation plot. Okay, yeah. Next we are going to discuss on pair plot. See, actually pair plot function creates a grid of pairwise plot for all numerical variables in the data set. It allows you to quickly visualize relationship between variables and identify potential correlation. And here, yeah, by visualizing this plot of every combination of this various attribute together, so you can look for interesting pattern between the futures. And here we are going with a pair plot function, and kindly just see when we include a real world example. Yeah, here we are just going to make use of iris data. For your information, dear friends, actually here we have used several real world data which is available in Seaborn data set, and here it is one among the thing as iris data. And of course, we are going to view the first top 5 records and by using the function head. And what's next? Of course, we are going to plot the iris data. And here we are going to have the that is correlation. Kindly observe. So here we are having the exact correlation of sepal length, sepal width, petal length and petal width, and in the horizontal and vertical both the things. And I think you are able to see this diagonal in a histogram combining with the pair. And if we want to have a similar plot, we should use less variable. For an example, if we only want sepal width and sepal height, yeah, then we can create 2 into 2 plot. And here we are having 4 columns and 4 future. Yeah, here we had with 4 into 4. Okay, even you can just give a particular variables and you can minimize it. And here we are going to have a 2 into 2 structure, and kindly observe, this is what the output. So yeah, it's really wonderful. And yeah, you can also vary it with the length. Kindly just see here, x is equal to 3 variables, y we are having 2 variables on only. So if we kindly just observe. So the pair plot for sepal length, sepal width, under sepal length, sepal width and petal width. And dear friends, applying or let me just assign a hue variable that that adds a semantic mapping and changes the default marginal plot to the layered kernel density estimation. So here we are going to add up with an attribute, or you can also say an variable hue, and this is species, that is according to the class wise. So let me just observe here, and you can also have default as like filled in. So kindly observe, we have 3 different classes, that is species, setosa, versicolor and virginica. Of course, this exact one you have already seen, because for this iris data it is already discussed a lot. And here we are having a pair plot. So lightly I scroll up and down, and yeah, dear friends, here you can also make use of that markers parameter that applies style mapping, or we can also say on the off diagonal axis. See, actually currently it will be returned with the hue variables. And here, what is the exact marker? It is of like OSD, and kindly observe how the exact output it is of. So here we go. Okay. So this is what, and yeah, with the exact marker O, S and D. Yeah, here we can just say how about this O, S and towards the D markers. Okay, so and this is also for Setosa, it is of O, and exactly versicolor and virginica. We have all these three classes. We have different shape, that is different marker. With that, it is identified and it is plotted in the pair plot. Okay, next, moving on to the next one. Yeah, if it is possible to force any histogram or force marginal histogram, yeah, you can use this diagonal kind argument. And what is the diagonal kind argument? Of course, kindly just see here, we are not having a particular histogram. You can, towards this diagonal alone, this histogram can be included by this particular argument. And let I execute this and observe. Yeah, so kindly just observe, dear friends, in the exact diagonal we are able to view the histogram. And next, dear friends, as with other figure level functions, the size of the figure is controlled by setting the height of each individual plot. Okay, so that can also be done, and here I am just going to specify this is the exact height, or you can just give some other optional with the colors or anything. Okay, and here it is, yeah, of course, we are resizing the heights. Okay, so by providing heights, h is equal to 2, and I just show you the exact output. And next one, let we just have the, okay, corner. And corner, actually what it just gives is customize the exact diagonal in any of the half the way. That is the exact half the way. Here I just specified corner. So corner, it is the bottom, left bottom corner alone it would be displayed. Kindly just observe how it happens. So see here, the upper diagonal we don't have any included, that is any chart or any plot it is included, but towards the lower, that is a corner, which is true. Yeah, there is the left bottom corner we are able to see here. And of course, not only this, kindly just observe one important thing, dear friends. Here, this plot which we have, that is KWS, that is actually, here we are having two such a variable. One is plot KWS and diag KWS. Actually, it just accepts the dictionary of the keyword argument to customize the off diagonal and diagonal plots. Okay, off diagonal and diagonal plots. So let I just give this as like marker with the line width 1, and let we don't fill it. Here I just specify fill is equal to false. So without filling the exact hist, that is the plot, kindly just observe how it is going to show you. Towards the same, kindly just see here, this is what amazing. It is not at all filled. And again, I just scroll above. See here, for a mark width it is plus, and towards the line width it is 1. So with the line plot and towards the market, we are able to view it. And of course, a few more pairing few more pairing can also be included, and here we can make use as like pair grid. Okay, so pair grid, which is used to further customizing the plot. And for your information, this exact pair plot here, I'm just going to make use of whether level is equal to 4, of course 4 into 4, and here it is dark red. So what is the exact combination of this KDE? We are going to get it into a dark red, and of course it is a KDE, so kernel density estimation, and it is a pair plot, so we are just going to get it on both the diagonals. So observe 8, and here we go. So lightly I explore it. So you kindly just see this is the sepal length, sepal width, and petal length, and petal width, and to the same how this diagram has also been specified. So this happens, of course, this exact thing happens according towards the pair grid, and mainly you can customize the plot. Okay, yeah, dear friends, let me just move on to the next one. Okay, it is a scatter plot, and yeah, scatter plot functions enables the creation of scatter plot to visualize the relationship between two numerical variables, and it's useful for identifying patterns, trends, and mainly, of course, we have already seen a lot, it is all on together outliers in the data. And yeah, here to create a simple scatter plot, we are going to include a like scatter plot command. And here let me create a simple data. One is experience, the next future, it is all about a data scientist salary. And when on execution, kindly just observe, here we are going to create a scatter plot with x-axis as experience and y-axis as data scientist salary. And we are going to get only the data points. It is not a line, or it is not a curve, or whether it is not a distribution. Nothing is that, just only a view of data point that has been placed. Okay, now let me just apply it in a real time. So yeah, back to the form, the HR data. Let me have the peep of top 5 records. Okay, what is the next? Of course, we will check if there is any relationship between salary and towards the engagement survey, that scores of employment. Okay, so here engagement survey, and here to my name, or sorry, to the exact salary, let me create a scatter plot. And one among the thing, we have given the color as like red, and here we are having the red data points. And the next one, of course, I have just given one important point. Kindly observe it, dear friends. To double check the strength of this relationship, we might like to add a regression line, or the line that best fits the data. So we do this by changing the command as like regression plot. And for your information, dear friends, yeah, as we have already seen, this exact regression, yeah, we are going to have it with the relationship between two variables. In such a case, whether only two variables? No, not like that. Let me just include some other. And here, in such of two exact data, let me observe the exact regression plot here. And kindly observe here, dear friends, this is the exact best fit line that provides the relationship between the two data or two variables. Okay, here we just get the data exact regression point. Okay, and dear friends, we can use this exact scatter plot to display the relationship between three variables also. One such a variable, yeah, the way we are doing this is by, we can also go for color coding, or even for instance to understand how the exact gender, Okay, so gender that affects the relationship between the salary and the engagement survey score of employee. Yeah, we can color the code point by the exact hue argument as like sex, and plot the other two column on the axis. So we will use hue argument for that, and let me just observe the output and kindly see here how the exact data is going to be. Okay, it's a combination of two colors, where that two colors here, it represents as like the gender functionality, and yeah, of course it is the exact column, it is on sex. Okay, now we can also use with imp plot. Okay, so we can also make use of that imp plot, and that add this to regression line. So let we also have the same thing. Kindly just observe x is equal to salary, and towards y engagement survey, and with the exact feature of hue, that the hue argument, kindly observe we are going to have two different particular data's regression point. Kindly observe this is the data point of B, sorry, it is in blue color, and towards the red it is of in the both the things exactly, it is the salary employee, and with the score it is based on towards the gender, and here the particular legends also has been included. And kindly just observe, dear friends, usually we use a scatter plot to highlight the relationship between two continuous variable. Here it is like the salary and the engagement survey score, and however we can adopt the design of the scalar plot, okay, to future a categorical variable, as like here it we just done for that sex on one of the main axis. So we will refer to this plot type as a categorical plot, but we build it in the SWAM also. Okay, by using the SWAM plot, kindly observe, we can make use of it, and we can build it with this, and let me make use of that command SWAM plot, and here it is all about x is equal to sex and y is equal to salary, and observe how the plot it is. And amazing, amazing, amazing. So see here how amazing the data is. So here it is all about male, and towards the female the dot lines has been plotted. And yeah, dear friends, here we can also make use of plotting time series. And this exact Seaborn provides various functions for visualizing time series data, and including line plots, scatter plots, and specialized time series plots also there, dear friends. And these functions allow you to effectively analyze trends, seasonality, and other patterns in time dependent data. So in such a case, let me just make use of date time variable, or like future. Okay, and here it is the date given in a format, and towards a piece or pieces, how many pieces or any number of pieces like that. So this is the another variable, what is the date, and towards it pieces. And I am just going to create a data frame here. Let me create it. It's done. And yeah, we are going to apply it onto a line plot with the x as a date and y as piece. And here the data frame, we are going to make use it this exact data frame manually we have created, and let me have it. And towards this x-axis, I just need a 30-degree of rotation, and kindly just visualize that. Kindly see here this exact date, it is rotated with 30-degree angle. Okay, so that happens. And what's next? Of course, we are drawing a line plot only here. So that is what here we have already mentioned, line plot and x data and y data. Okay, next we are going to discuss on box plot. Dear friends, Box plot, of course, we have already discussed that this is a descriptive statistic. A box plot or a box plot chart we can also specify. It is a method of graphically depicting groups of numerical data through their quartiles. And here in a single line we can just say, yeah, this box plot function creates a box plot to visualize the distribution of data across different categories, and it's particularly useful for identifying center tendency, variability and outliers in the data. Okay, as usual, first of all, let me just create a small sample with our own data, and next let me apply onto the real time. Okay, so here we are going to create a data as like nodes, and we are going to see how the plot is there. And yeah, of course, with that exact given data of nodes, what we just got, yeah, from 45, 55, 15, 95, 82, 51, 37, 76, 7, 87, 29 and 48, and kindly observe the minimum value is 7 and maximum value it is 95. And what you observe as towards the median, yeah, it is between 50 and 60. And are you able to assure anything onto that outliers? No, I think so. Okay. And here, dear friends, of course, Seaborn gets data automatically as X ticks. So, but if we specifically, we want to make it towards Y, yeah, it would be in a horizontal manner. And here kindly just observe Y is equal to nodes I have specified, and previously we have just given in the blue color, and we are going to customize it on towards red color, and let me just observe how it is going to happen. Okay, so this is what the exact plot. And what's next? Of course, we are going to make use of this type of plot towards the real-time data. And yeah, we can also visualize multiple data by using this box plot. And yeah, let me just load our data and we visualize it. And here what we are going to do is, dear friends, the X data, it is the performance score, and towards the y-axis we are going to take the salary. And what we want, yeah, here we are having the figure size, and with that we are going to able to see the exact plot with title as box plot of salary, and here we were specified the X label and Y label. Can we view? Yeah, here we go. Okay. Dear friends, when on viewing this particular plot, I'm able to see this exact plot, but one particular thing is here we are able to see the exact size. Something it seems to be as like odd in the sense, yeah, you can also make use of this particular width. You can minimize it, and you can observe the median properly, because when we just make use of this type of y-axis towards on this parameter. So what I just want to make it is include one more argument as like width. I want to defaultly specify as like 0.5 so that I can shrink this width. Okay, so let me just see the output. So here we go, and towards the thing, yeah, this one we are able to identify some outliers. And dear friend, this exact box plot, yeah, we can make it draw with the nested group also. Of course, by using nested loops, we can just make it as like two or more categorical variables. Okay, so here we are going to have two such categorical variables as like performance score and with the argument of hue as sex. Okay, we are going to plot our salary. And what it just goes, yeah, let me just observe for the male and female, we are having different color, and let we have the exact observation. And dear friends, we can draw a blocks plot for each numerical value in the data frame. So yeah, what are all the other numerical value? Yeah, here's days late. Last 30 days. In last 30 days, how many days the exact employee came late? And what is the performance score? And towards that, kindly observe this one we have already discussed in our previous series of data visualization and handling, and it is all about palettes. Okay, so you can just give different color combination, and here I'm just specified with orient is equal to H, which just gives an output in horizontal manner. And let we observe both the performance, not bad. So we are able to see, yeah, here this is what the 4 is the median value. Okay, and of course we are going to make use of the SWAM plot with this data point towards the box plot. And what we just go, so here we are having the box plot, and here we are having the SWAM plot also, both on a single data, that is both on a single data, or even you can just a single plot. So kindly observe, it is going to be a much important and interesting. So see here, dear friends, so we are able to draw this SWAM plot, and of course this data points that is in red color, yeah, we have defaultly given here as like a color is equal to red, and next we just got it. Okay, now next let me just move on to the heat map. Yeah, dear friends, heat map is actually here we are just going to make use of the function heat map. So kindly observe this one. And second, this exact function that enables the creation of heat map to visualize data using colors. And heat maps are usual for showing or it just showcases the correlations, relationships and patterns. Mainly it's in matrix format. Okay, so again we are going to make use of a real-time data flights, and let me just view the data in head. So head is top 5 records, and here we go, and next let's we just have it towards the pivot towards the month and observe the flight. Sorry, here it is pivot towards the year. Okay, and here we just got it with the month combination, and let me create a heat map, and to the heat map we are just calling the heat map of that data set, and it's a flight data set. And what are you able to see here, dear friends? So towards the diagonal or any other thing, we are able to have something and a density differentiation within each and every data, and of course it is not even diagonalized distribution also. Here we are able to view it. And what's the changes we can just do? Of course we can change the limit of this color map by yeah, here we just so by color map we can just change the vectors of the minimum and the maximum. Okay, so towards this exact argument we are just going to change the limit, and here we are having, kindly just observe, changing the limit and observe the data. So this is what the previous, and here we are having the new type it. And yeah, dear friends, we can also plot a heat map for data centered on towards any particular value. Yeah, here we can just say on towards this 500 with a diverging color map. In such a case, diverging, yeah, kindly observe here alone, I'm just going to make use of a change of color. So in such a way. So what I'm just going to have, center is equal to 500. So you can also focus on towards the exact divergence functionality. Okay, so let we plot 8, and here it is mentioned as 500, and kindly observe. So this is how we can make use of it. And there also you can create the exact color difference, or you can provide the annotation. And kindly observe, we have provided annotation is equal to true, so the exact value has been annotated. Okay, so exact value has been annotated. And you can also draw a width of each grid here. So yeah, you can also give a length of width here, and I just provided 0.5. Defaultly it would be in blue color, and here also we are just specifying it as in a blue, and sometimes if it is in a gray color, of course, yeah, there it would be something as like pale gray. Okay, yeah, now let me just make use of this in a blue color, and that blue color we are going to draw a line. So how it would be? Yeah, in the same graph, I just to show you above, in the same graph, the border alone, it would be sketched with blue color. Let me just have it. Let me just have it. Yeah, see here we are having our border. Okay, and next we are side, there is a color bar, and you can also remove that color bar by providing, or you can also use some other different colors. And here it is white, green, and towards the blue. Observe the color. And last but not least, we are removing the color bar also by providing it as like a false. And here we have that without the color bar. Okay, last but not least, multi-plot grid. Yeah, dear friend, this is a multi-plot grid that provides several functions for creating multi-plot grids, including phased grid, pair grid, join grid. See, actually these functions allow you to combine multiple plots in a grid layout for comprehensive data exploration and presentation. And we have already seen few of that, how to make an x-axis and y-axis, or how to make a pair plot with diagonal differentiation. So here we just go with the real-time data tips, and from that let we observe the top 5 records. And for your surprise, we don't have much features, so it is very simple here to use this. Okay, and let me just observe some functionalities of this phase grid. Okay, and column, I'm just going to take it as time. Okay, and towards this distribution plot, I want to map this particular heat map. Okay, so let me just observe. So distribution here. Yeah, dear friends, here I just want to add one thing. So when you just see this exact data distribution, yeah, till now we have just seen only the normal distribution, or I have just specified, yeah, distribution of a data. But yeah, for the next we are just going to see how the exact data that has been skewed at one side, that is whether it is rightly skewed or leftly skewed, like that. There are so many things is there. Yeah, dear friends, we are going to make it in the statistical manner, and let me just discuss it later. And here I just want to add one more thing. Yeah, in order to make a relational plot, yeah, we need to pass multiple variable names, and we can also provide as like a keyword argument, and which we are going to plot it towards the plotting function. And kindly observe the same phase grid, here it is, and with the exact future as like sex. And kindly see here towards the above, it is tips towards the column as on time, and here It is tips towards the column of the gender. Okay, and let me just observe the plot here. So I think you are able to see what about the male and female, and towards that whether they are smoker or a non-smoker. And in such a case, what is the exact tips they have provided? Yeah, that also can be plotted here. Dear friends, one thing I just want to add up here. Yeah, we didn't dig into much onto the data, exactly onto the data. What is the data? If it is a smoker is equal to yes, or if it is a smoker is equal to no, what would be the total bill, and how about the male and female? We didn't dig exactly towards the data set because we have discussed so many data sets. Whichever it is available in the Seaborn, yeah, we have made use of it. And here, yeah, in this session, we explored a diverse range of visualization technique using the Seaborn library, and along with PyPlot for additional customization and flexibility. And from basic plot like line plot and bar plot to more advanced visualization like pair plot and heat maps, okay, we have gained a comprehensive understanding of how to effectively represent and analyze the data. And dear friends, by mastering these visualization technique, yeah, you are equipped with powerful tools to uncover the patterns, trends, and relationship within your data set. Whether you are working with numerical or categorical data or time series data or exploring correlation, this Seaborn offers intuitive functions and high-level interface to streamline the visualization process. So remember, last but not least, effective data visualization is not just about creating pretty charts. It's about conveying insights and telling a compiling a story with your data. So experiment with different plot types, customize your visuals to best representation your data, and always keep your exact audience in mind. With the knowledge gained from this exact video, I think you are well prepared to create an informative and visually appealing plots that enhance your data analysis workflow and communicate your finding effectively. Because yeah, when you just make a visualization, when you just make an exact plotting, of course you are exploring your data. Okay, that exact visually appealing plots that enhance your data analysis workflow and communicate your findings effectively. Dear friends, hope I think so this exact video would be interesting. So kindly just put a like and never just miss any other videos. For that, so kindly just subscribe the channel and keep exploring, experimenting and refining your visualization skill to unlock the full potential of your data. Happy learning, dear friends.